Warning: this video contains liberal amounts of bullshit frequently and commonly seen throughout combat arms, including but not limited to everything previously mentioned, and fucking terrible bad luck. Viewer discretion is mandatory. What's going on, guys? My name is Agent Psycho, and we're back for the second episode to the G36E family of reviews for the Exploring the Arsenal series, featuring me, Agent Psycho, aka ToSniper98, and this time we're going to be taking a look at the G36E Valkyrie. And a little bit of disclaimer, as you guys probably saw in the introduction of this video, I have some terrible fucking bad luck that hits me pretty hard throughout the beginning of this video, and you're going to see me lag around like a bitch and fall off places where Nexon should have not let that happen. So, if you could overlook that fact and either bear through the initial failures of the first, I don't know, about 5 minutes of this game, and just pay attention to the audio only, then that'd be great. But obviously you guys are going to troll me in the comments saying that I suck with the G36E Valk. But anyways, that's none of my business. Let's get started on the G36E Valkyrie. Now, the G36E Valkyrie is just like the other NX standard variants of other weapons. Just like how the M4A1's NX standard variant was the M4A1 Desert Warrior, the MK16 Scar L's NX standard variant was the Scar L Tri-Spear, and the AK-47's NX standard variant was the AK-47 Gold Plated. The same holds true for the G36E Valkyrie, where there's no difference at all. All there is just a different stupid reskin, and that's pretty much it. I mean, it's good in the fact that the G36E Valkyrie stays the same throughout, and some people don't really like that. Some people actually do like some changes, but for the most part, you're not gonna find any changes. I mean, some people do think that there is some sort of benefit to having a G36E Valkyrie. Whether or not this is true is yet to be confirmed. But for the time being, just remember that these two variants are pretty much exactly the same. Now, there were a couple things that I wanted to mention in the first G36E video that I didn't have time for, amazingly enough. That was a 22-minute video. And here's the upcoming failure. PZ by M16, that's always great. Anyways, so a few things I wanted to mention about the G36E that I didn't have a chance to talk about in the previous episode was the fact that the recoil can either be very perfect or downright horrible for people using it. And this holds especially true for me. I have not used a G36E variant for a very long time, excluding the G36C Ravens, or Ravens G36. The G36C is on a whole different level than the G36E. There's as much difference between those two variants as there is between M4A1 and the AK-47. That's just how much of a difference there is between these two variants, even though they're technically part of the same family. That's how differently their mechanics work in this game. What I mean by that is that if you guys take a G36E and you aim down scope and you spray it, you just hold down the left trigger or the left click, and you just spray while aim down sights. What you're gonna find is that the first two bullets or so, first two or three, depending on how much you're lucky by, or depending on your luck, the first two or three bullets will always center towards the same spot, typically speaking. Now after that, the recoil takes is just gonna go absolute balls out wild. What I mean by that is, after your first two or three shots, your recoil spread will start to kick the scope diagonally left or right. It's on a random basis, I think. I haven't paid too much attention, but I do know for a fact that it does start kicking your scope all over the place and diagonally. Sometimes it'll hit diagonally for like maybe as much as 8 shots in a row. Other times it can go like each shot it'll reverse direction diagonally. It's just downright crazy, and the spacing between those shots is very, very cruel. And in order to really get a lot of kills by spraying like that, you just need to have people up in your face, and most of the time that's not very beneficial with the G36. So that's where the tap fire comes in. As you guys have already know because I already mentioned this, first of all, and second of all, you probably already know this. If you guys don't, then you should start using G36E a little bit more, unless you absolutely fucking hate it. The G36E has a very good tapfire ability that makes up for its pretty terrible in-scope recoil pattern that goes everywhere if you go full auto, so that's to basically counterbalance that issue. And yeah, that's one of the reasons why people either hate it or love it. Either they're really good at tap firing and they can master it within like a few days worth, whereas some people just don't get tap firing at all, and all they do is just spray down their scope. I mean, whichever floats your boat, that's fine, but that's pretty much that's in my eyes anyway. That's like the deciding factor of why people either hate or love the G36E. Now, let's compare this to the AK-47 for a little bit. The AK-47, as you guys know, is an assault rifle unlocked at the rank of private, and it, just like the G36E, is characterized as event thing. Anyways, is characterized as a kind of It's characterized as a heavy-hitting but slow-rate of fire assault rifle, which means that it has the biggest spread while moving around and hip firing and whatnot. But if you crouch, or if you just crouch down or just stand still and you don't do anything, then the hipfire spread will be exactly pinpoint accurate, or almost pinpoint accurate anyway. And that's very good, because that means that it usually means that those weapons have very, very high accuracy. And in the case of AK-47 and the G36E, they both do at 90 accuracy each. Though there is a little bit of trade-off between the AK-47 and the G36E. The trade-off is that the AK-47 is a little bit more powerful, but it has substantially more recoil, and the center speed is also a lot slower on the AK-47 than it is on the G36E. G36E is a little bit weaker by 3 points of damage, but at the same time it has better center speed, it has better spread overall, and it overall is much more noob friendly than the AK-47 is. They both do share the same characteristic that the first few shots from either assault rifle are the most crucial. If you miss your first few shots, that means that your chances of taking out your target will be greatly reduced, like drastically reduced. We're talking about maybe 60-70% by 60-70%. That's just how important those first shots are. As you guys can see, most of my kills are from taking these guys out from the first couple shots, and that's all it takes. If you guys don't know how to do that, then unfortunately I don't know how you'll be able to take out people with the G36E. You guys have to learn how to take out people within the first few shots. I was lucky right there, because I just went up to that guy's face and just sprayed him in the head, and I got the kill. But in most situations, you guys aren't going to be able to be that lucky. And yeah, just token of thought there for you guys to consider. No, that's pretty much all. That's pretty much everything that I didn't cover over the in the previous G36E episode, the 22-minute one. And yeah, the G36E is definitely one of the classic weapons of combat arms, and it's never gonna go away anytime soon. Its reliability is one to just be matched in the future. And right now, nothing can match it in terms of the sheer reliability and how much trust that people have in their G36s. And I mean, that just goes on to tell how popular this gun is, and how potentially good this gun can be. And this gun is a heavy favorite amongst Woggle and ICOG players. Not only because it's allowed there, first of all, but also because of the fact that it just handles very well. It's got its downsides, sure, but its pros vastly overlook its cons. And however, in the case of this video, obviously I don't have the best of luck with the G36. Then again, I am using the G36E Valkyrie for the first time in about a month, I think, so I'm pretty rusty with my skills on it. Nonetheless, the G36E Valkyrie still remains my most favorite weapon on my profile page, but that's for another day anyway. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Enjoy the rest of the gameplay. I think I do much better in towards the later half of this video. So if you guys stick around and watch the video, if you guys want to, go ahead. I'm gonna be making my entrance, not my entrance, what am I saying? Making my exit, and I'm going to be seeing you guys later. So enjoy the rest of the gameplay, and look forward to the G36E Autumn Valkyrie review.
Round start.
Watch your shot, asshole.
Round start. Round start. Round start.
Good job.
Round start.
Ultra kill.
Alpha team wins.